what's up?
Hey, I need your help. Can you come here?
I can't, I'm buying clothes.
Alright, well, hurry up and come over here.
Ugh, I can't find them.
What do you mean you can't find them?
I can't find them, there's only soup.
What do you mean there's only soup?
It means there's only soup.
Well then get out of the soup aisle!
Alright, you don't have to shout at me. There's more soup.
What do you mean there's more soup?
There's just more soup.
Go into the next aisle!
There's still soup.
Where are you right now?
I'm at soup.
What do you mean you're at soup?
I mean, I'm at soup.
What store are you in?
I'm at the soup store.
Why are you buying clothes at the soup store?
You know what? No, I don't need this kind of negativity in my life. Buy clothes at the soup store if I want to. Yeah.
On behalf of WCVH, this is CV Today.
Good afternoon. Today is Thursday, November 11th.
Now over to Remington with some more announcements.
Thank you. The goal of the day today is Believe You Can and You're Halfway There by Theodore Roosevelt. Lunch for today is a main meal of cheese crunchers with chili and cornbread or turkey and cheese melt. Lunch for tomorrow is a main meal of chicken tenders with mac and cheese and no hot combo. Now over to a weather. Hey there, CV. Today is Thursday, November 11th. It's going to be sunny today with a high 64 and a low of 41. Now over to headline news.
Yeah, we're still unpacking this ruling and the ramifications from it, but what we can tell you after looking at it already is simply that the Commonwealth Court had ruled in this case that Allison Bean, the acting health secretary's masking order, putting this public health measure into effect in Pennsylvania schools, was not legally implemented. Now, this masking order had gone into effect around Labor Day, and essentially the order had been put in place as a public health measure because the state said that not enough school districts had opted to follow the CDC's recommendation on having mandatory masks in schools. Now, that order, again, going into effect around Labor Day, but parents argued that the order should have been handled through the state's regulatory process. That would have been something that required public comment. It would have taken some time. Commonwealth Court judges during the case had questioned why the state had not gone through that process, especially given that the pandemic has been going on for quite some time. And the state argued that masking was an important public health measure that would save lives, and it was something that state lawyers essentially said they felt that, you know, the situation, just given how grave it was one that they needed to act, the acting health secretary, that is, in the way that she did. Now, again, we're still unpacking a lot of this. In fact, we were here in Reading today covering a vaccine clinic where Governor Wolf was. It was right behind us just a little bit ago. The ruling had not come down yet, so we didn't get a chance to ask him about his reaction to it. But what we can tell you is that at this point, he was still going along with the plan as far as he was concerned, that he was going to be lifting the mask mandate on January 17th for Pennsylvania schools. We'll have a lot more on this story, unpacking this ruling, unpacking the ramifications throughout the day here on WGAL. In Reading, Tom Lehman, WGAL News 8.
Attention students in Creative Hearts Club. Our meeting today, Thursday, November 11th, is canceled. We will meet next Thursday, November 18th, after school in room 214.
The live surgery trip is now full. Thanks to everyone for a fast response by each class. Now over to Veterans Day tribute.
Veterans Day, November 11th. A day of observance, remembrance, and reflection. A day set aside to thank and honor all military veterans who have served our nation honorably in war or peacetime. It is also a commemoration of how our military veterans stand as the transition between the struggle of life and sacrifice and the peace that follows. Veterans Day is a federal holiday in the United States, observed annually on November 11th, and this day gives all Americans the opportunity to celebrate the bravery, service, and sacrifice of all U.S. veterans, living and deceased. A veteran is someone who has served on active duty in the United States Armed Forces, Public Health Service, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or Environmental Science Service. we must also never forget any prisoner of war or those missing in action who did not return home. There are currently more than 17 million veterans living in the U.S., in every state and territory. They come from all walks of life. Some are old and some are young. Some served here at home and others overseas. They are from big cities, small towns, and everywhere in between. But how is this holiday different than Memorial Day? And why November 11th? Veterans Day celebrates the service of all U.S. military veterans, while Memorial Day, which is observed in May, honors service members who have died in service to their country or as a result of injuries incurred in battle. Another military holiday that also occurs in May, Armed Forces Day, honors those currently serving in the U.S. military. Veterans Day, formerly known as Armistice Day, was originally set as a U.S. legal holiday to honor the end of the major hostilities of World War I, as they were formally ended at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. For that reason, November 11th, 1918 was largely considered the end of the war to end all wars, and dubbed Armistice Day. In November 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed the first commemoration of Armistice Day with the following words: "To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service and with gratitude for the victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the councils of the nations." In legislation that was passed in 1938, November 11th was made a legal holiday and dedicated to the cause of world peace and to be hereafter celebrated and known as Armistice Day. As such, this new legal holiday was primarily a day set aside to honor only veterans of World War I. In other nations also involved in the First World War, their Remembrance Day is also observed on November 11th. In 1945, World War II veteran Raymond Weeks from Birmingham, Alabama, had the idea to expand Armistice Day to celebrate all veterans, not just those who died and served in World War I. Weeks led a delegation to General Dwight Eisenhower, who supported the idea of a National Veterans Day. At the continued urging of major U.S. veteran organizations, Armistice Day was renamed Veterans Day in 1954, and later that year, now President Dwight D. Eisenhower issued the first Veterans Day proclamation, calling upon Americans everywhere to rededicate themselves to the cause of peace. The Veterans Day National Ceremony is held each year at Arlington National Cemetery at 11 a.m. A color guard made up of members from each branch of the military renders honors to America's war dead during a tradition-rich ceremony at the tomb of the unknown soldier. The president or his representative places a wreath at the tomb, and a bugler sounds taps. At the tomb of the unknown soldier, an American soldier, a veteran, is buried on a Virginia hillside overlooking the Potomac River and Washington, D.C. Inscribed on the back of the tomb are the words, "Here rests in honored glory an American soldier, known but to God." An Army sentinel maintains a 24-hour guard over the tomb, a constant vigil regardless of weather conditions. Many of us are sons, daughters, cousins, or other relatives of a veteran or current service member. By setting aside November 11th and engaging in discussion about these crucial members of our family and our society, we are able to hear from and about those closest to us who have helped to shape U.S. history. Veterans Day continues to be observed each and every year on November 11th, regardless of what day of the week on which it falls. The observance of Veterans Day not only preserves the historical significance of November 11th, but helps focus attention on the important purpose of this day, a celebration to honor America's veterans for their patriotism, love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. Please remember to thank a veteran today. Thank them for their service and their sacrifice on behalf of all of us and to the United States.
Attention all students interested in joining the rifle team this school year. There will be an informational meeting immediately following school today in room 208. Please make every effort to attend. You will need to get a ride home from school following the meeting. There will be no bus transportation available. If you absolutely cannot make this meeting, you must see Coach Oxendine in room 208 to get paperwork required for participation. Rifle is a co-ed varsity winter sport that practices Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Any questions, see Coach Oxendine. Now over to a video about Valley Voice.
You're a part of the newspaper, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do you do for the club?
So I'm the sports editor, so I'm in charge of the sports section right now, doing a lot of stuff about the football games, but throughout the year we cover both the school sports and national, international sports, stuff like that.
So you're part of Valley Voice, right?
Yep.
All right, so what do you do for the club?
I write for the arts and entertainment section, so I do like stuff about film.
You're part of Valley Voice, right?
Yes.
All right, so what do you do for the club?
So I am part of the news section, so I write news.
Come out to Focus tomorrow at 6:50 in the LGI. There will be community, donuts, and a lesson. All are welcome. Now over to Motivational Moment.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe I led you to believe it was easy when it wasn't. Maybe I made you think my highlights started at the free throw line and not in the gym. Maybe I made you think that every shot I took was a game winner. That my game was built on flash and not fire. Maybe it's my fault that you didn't see that failure gave me strength, that my pain was my motivation. Maybe I led you to believe that basketball was a God-given gift and not something I worked for every single day of my life. Maybe I destroyed the game. Or maybe you're just making excuses.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Be like Mike. Now over to CV Sports.
Attention all students interested in winter track. There will be an important meeting on Wednesday, November 17th during Flex in the Real Gym. Important information will be discussed regarding the upcoming winter track season.
Sports physicals and research are due no later than 3 p.m. on Wednesday, November 17th. If you turn in a sports physical since June 1st, all you need is a parent research form. Pick up and return forms in the main office. Now over to sports highlights.
11th goal run over the last 2 minutes.
Randall started out hot. He's cooled off. So did Barrett.
Barrett up with the left hand.
Little post toasties by Barrett, 8 feet away. Done a good job on Randall.
Rose comes up short. And now Rose on the intercept. Puts it in.
Counter to the company.
Definitely. Michael, thank you so much. Good luck in your endeavors. And we're proud of everything that you've done for our country.
Stalwart.
Derrick Rose knocks down a 3. Rose back out. Randall fires from 3. Suara lost the handle. Rose went quickly ahead of the field.
Defense
with the rebound.
Knicks a little more pep now.
Rose from 3.
Rose likes that little shot. He makes it look easy.
Time winding down. And now the steal by Derrick Rose. Looking to beat the clock. He does.
Knicks ended with some fire and desire. Let's see if we can.
Here comes Rose, feeding Burks. Knicks back to within 11.
That was the quickest.
Here's Rose, pulls up from three.
We saw this in Milwaukee. Rose was very catalytic. He had 23 points in that game, bringing the Knicks back from a big deficit.
Knicks
Rose quickly effervescent.
Rose from three. Knicks back to within 4.
I've seen this before, 19 down.
Yes, against the same opponent. Toppin puts it in with the left hand.
Yeah, again, Hill on him, but he's too little. So good dexterity by Toppin again with the left.
And you're referring to the Knicks were down by 18 with 2 minutes left in the third. That's when Randall and Barrett were taken out of the game. Rose with another three.
You're seeing some NBA action now, folks. And the grandeur of the three ball.
That's all the announcements we have for you today.
On behalf of WCVH, I'm Luke.
Alongside Josiah, and this is CV Today. Have a Veterans Day Thursday.
To the heart, I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and something more. Ooh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my